And good evening, folks. Welcome to the Cold Takes podcast. And today we have a very special guest. We have Mandy from MandyleePlays. How are we doing, Mandy?
Hello, hi guys. I'm first of all, thank you for having me on.
For sure.
Sorry for no webcam. I'm currently sick, so I look like a sick person does. So, but I'm gonna try my hardest to be part of the podcast and enjoy the conversation.
Good deal. Good deal. So, guys, if you don't know Mandy, which would be crazy, she is one of the chillest YouTubers out there.
Oh, thank you.
Covering everything from JRPGs to like cozy games to just random great game collecting content. So, Mandy, how long have you been on YouTube?
For about 5 to 6 years. So yeah, getting up
Nice.
there.
Well, that's pretty cool. I've only been doing this for a year, so you're like a super veteran compared to me. But guys,
Yeah.
if for some reason you aren't, definitely check out her content at MandyleePlays. She also does great streams as well. I've watched a couple of those streams
Oh,
of a variety
thank
of
you.
games, so always check those out for sure. So one of the things that we both have a huge interest and love for is the Legend of Zelda series, and specifically
Mm-hmm.
the game that came out this year, Tears of the Kingdom. There's been a little controversy with, especially recently, I've seen with people saying that they're not satisfied with the story and that they felt like it was like a DLC for Breath of the Wild. What's your take on that stuff, Mandy?
Um, but for the story part, I feel like it was somewhat unsatisfying in some ways. I don't think it's a DLC at all. It's just taking place in the same environment as Breath of the Wild, but I could kind of see where people are coming from with the story. But for the life of me, I don't understand how people would think it's DLC. Like,
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I put
what?
like 100 hours into it easy. So I've never
Yeah.
heard of a DLC that you could do that with.
Yeah, it's definitely like if you played Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask, it gives you that vibe where they're the same but not the same. It's a sequel. A lot of people don't know what sequels like are nowadays because for games it takes a while for them to make another entry that, you know, it's just a sequel.
I definitely agree. And I think that kind of like an unfair thing for Tears of the Kingdom is that the story in Breath of the Wild was so captivating and going through those memories was so emotional. Like it affected me greatly. I made like 5 videos on it. But like I think that it's almost unfair to compare that aspect of Breath of the Wild, which may have been some of the best storytelling ever, to what's in Tears of the Kingdom. I don't think that it could possibly have lived up to that.
I think that with Tears, they should have went for a different approach when it comes to the storytelling than Memories, because then that further emphasizes like the link to Breath of the Wild, which is good. They're linked together, but I felt like it should have gone a different route per se.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe be part of the action instead of looking in the past. I could see why a lot of people were disappointed in that, but I don't know. Together they make like a good game and its sequel. Like the sequel could have gone so much worse thinking about it, but it came out so much better than like we all thought. So that's a good thing. And I can't wait to see the future of Zelda, honestly.
Yeah, I'm
Sky's
very
the limit
curious to see
here.
where they'll go as well. Because I think that they made a ton of great improvements as far as the gameplay and the
Hmm.
systems in the game. But I don't know. I don't know if they'll keep with this or maybe go back to something that's more like Skyward Sword was. Like I wouldn't mind experiencing something like that without like the awful motion controls. I
I
think that
love
would be neat.
Skyward Sword.
Yeah, I tried to. I watched my wife play a lot of it, and I got a lot of the story through the Hyrule Warriors game. But I couldn't do the motion controls. I despise them. And I actually feel like the controls they put in for the Switch were worse.
They're yeah, they're way worse. I streamed the game with motion controls, which was like ridiculously hard because I'm right there in front of the Switch. So it was like not responding a lot. But I love the game so much, I just bear through it, even though I wanted to throw my controllers in the garbage.
Yeah, the story is tremendous in it for sure. So what do you think they could have done differently in Tears of the Kingdom to address that storytelling?
I feel like the story should have been like not past. I mean, it wouldn't have worked, but like instead of looking through spoiler alerts, but instead of looking through Zelda's memories from the past, because she went to the past, they should have like made it where you could experience those moments through Zelda. And then somehow it gets to Link somehow, but like having those memories as playable as Zelda. So I
That would
know,
have been incredible.
controversial. Yeah, it would have added so much depth. And I felt like the past memory stuff were sometimes more interesting than what's happening in Hyrule at the moment. So I was like, man, I want to play in this area with the war and the Ganondorf. That seems fun. I don't want to go back.
Yeah, for sure. And it just seems like Nintendo, it seems like a lot of times they don't listen to what we're asking for. Because I know that
Yeah.
so many people were like, please, even if it's just a section of the game, let us play as Zelda.
I know, I like it was perfect because she had her own segment, her own adventure in the past and stuff. That was like ripe for making a like playable Zelda, even a little bit. She doesn't have to have like all these gameplay mechanics, but just moving, controlling her, exploring past Hyrule, like really past Hyrule would have been awesome. Getting to know the characters more.
Yeah, like that's something I wanted so bad that I literally got her to 255 in Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Like just playing as
Mhm.
Zelda, even in that like limited capacity, like I couldn't get enough of it. Because otherwise, other than that, and it's like multiple iterations on the 3DS and the Wii U and then the Switch, you literally got to go back to those awful like CDI games to play as Zelda. So
Yeah.
that's some
So
sad stuff.
it was a missed opportunity,
Yeah,
like a lot. Kind of like Skyward Sword, where Zelda was going on her own adventure, but Nintendo just wouldn't let us control her for a second.
yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
so
rough.
weird.
It's very rough. So, do you think that maybe they'll listen and some of the DLC might allow us to play as Zelda?
Um, I think so. Like, I feel like there's DLC coming. I pretty much could assume what the story is gonna be about. So it would be nice if they let us play as her. Please, Nintendo.
I think
Please.
they'll probably also include because it seems like they left those like long past champions completely vague for a reason. Like I'm
Oh
wondering
yeah.
if DLC might be getting to meet them. I think that would be really cool because people really liked the Guardians from both games and the champions. I mean, so I think it'd be cool to get to meet them as well.
I don't really think so. I think they were vague for a reason because they didn't really have a character for them.
Hmm.
Like the ones in the present Tears of a Kingdom were characters, but in the past they weren't really characters, so I don't think they're gonna they might,
I
but
would love to see that. But yeah, so I think that overall, like, I don't know how that doesn't win Game of the Year still, with any little flaws it may have. Do you think that would be the case as well?
I for me it's my game of the year. Though now people are saying Baldur's Gate 3 or Starfield. You know, it's a new game of the year every big release. So who
Right.
knows? To me,
Have
it's
you
game of
played?
the year though.
Have you played any Baldur's Gate?
Mm-mm, not yet.
Yeah, it's something that like I'm just really not interested in. Like a lot of people are interested in it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see what
probably
happens.
not my vibe. I'll maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
I'll
never
try
know.
it.
So what have you been playing recently?
Recently I've been playing Rain Code, Master Detective Archives.
Nice.
Um, I finished Pikmin 4. Didn't really like it.
Yeah, I saw
Ooh,
that on Twitter.
it was frustrating to say the least. And I'm playing Atelier Aisha. I'm going back to the older Atelier games
Nice. Yeah, I was
because
thinking
the
about
future
revisiting
is
some of
looking
those.
kind of bleak with the mobile games. So
Yeah.
uh I
Yeah, so
cried. I was like, no.
so what do you think about Raincoat?
It's interesting. I'm a big fan of Danganronpa, so I was looking forward to it. It's created by the same team. Um, it has a lot of bugs and glitches on the Switch. I
Hmm.
don't know if that's really, to me, it's not that big of a deal, but just to say it out there, it has a lot of bugs. But other than that, it's pretty good. The mystery is pretty solid, and I'm enjoying it so far.
Good deal. Good deal. So I know that earlier in the year you had played the Atelier Marie remake. What did you think of that one?
I loved it. I actually really wasn't enjoying it at first, but then I don't know, I got addicted to it and I just loved it so much. I got all the endings, even the all complete ending. And I love how the game was short. So I had legit like 4, 5 playthroughs and like it was just fun.
I think that can be refreshing for sure when you can enjoy like a nice story and some good gameplay, but like it doesn't take 120 hours. Like it could be nice
Exactly.
for sure. All right. As far as what's coming up in the rest of the year, what are you looking forward to for games?
Starfield. Hmm. I'm looking forward to a lot of things, just it's not really dawning on me. What about you?
So for me, it's like smaller games. I'm actually really excited for Samba de Amigo. I love
Hmm.
rhythm games, and I was super excited to see that included in that direct a couple months ago. And actually, that Fashion Dreamer game seems pretty fun. I
Yeah,
keep
that
joking
one.
with everyone that we're going to design a Cold Nights fashion line through there.
I'm excited for that too.
Yeah.
People like think I don't like games like that, like the girly games, but I'm like, I love games like that.
Well, and I think this one, it seems like it has a little more depth. Like it actually seems like it has more like design elements in it. So I
Yeah, I
think,
just want to design
yeah,
it's
exactly.
something chill. You
I think it's
know,
going to be,
I love RPGs, but man, I need something chill once in a while.
yeah, right. For sure. So you said you were excited about Starfield. Were you a gamer that played a lot of like Skyrim and Fallout?
Hmm. I love Fallout New Vegas, one of my favorites.
Hmm.
And Skyrim, I liked. It's not my favorite of anything, but it was still fun. I like a good Western here and there.
So what did you think about Fallout 4?
I actually really loved it until I played New Vegas and I was like, man, I kind of like New Vegas better, but it's still a really good game.
Yeah, New Vegas is great, but I love Fallout 4 because it's set in like Boston and like New England, and that's where I'm at. So like I felt ultra special. Um,
Yeah, and the graphics are way better and I liked it. It was my first Fallout game, so can't complain.
so I'm definitely kind of curious to see how Starfield will do when it first comes out because it's kind of like a well-known thing that Bethesda games often are great, but they definitely launch with a lot of issues technically.
Yeah. Um, I feel like it might be a buggy mess at start. I mean, most games are, but knowing Bethesda, it's probably gonna be a little bit extra buggy.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing like the crazy stuff that happens. Might have to like make a video of like the craziest glitches I encounter or something. I think that'd be something fun to do for sure. But
Hmm.
yeah, so we're gonna go to break real quick, and when we come back, we'll have a whole bunch more with Mandy Lee Plays.
Come on.
Guy, they already have the Halloween candy out of the stores. It's time.
Wait, what? Already? Well then, run.
And welcome back. We are here for the second half of the show with our special guest tonight, MandyleePlays. You still hanging in there, Mandy?
Yes, I am.
For sure. Good deal. So the next topic I kind of wanted to talk about is the prospects for the Switch 2. I know there's been a lot of
Mm.
talk and rumors about it. What would you personally like to see included in the Switch 2 and changes you'd like to see made by Nintendo?
Um, Personally, I would like to see a lot of aesthetic changes, like the UI, the friends, how to manage them, online changes. Obviously graphical upgrades and performance upgrades all around. I would love it for it to be like backwards compatible because it will break my heart if I can't play my Switch games on my Switch or Switch successor 2 or whatever. That's just like dang.
Yeah,
That
that
hurts.
is super
That's my
important.
priority is to make sure I can play my Switch games. And have it where it's more focused on home console than portable playing because that's how I feel like the Switch is kind of underpowered because it's more focused on portable play too. So have a more console, like home console kind of vibe
Yeah,
with still that portable thing.
I definitely can see that for sure. Um, the biggest things that one of the things you touched on for sure is like the UI, and it just drives me crazy, just like with the PS5, that in the modern day we can't customize the
Yeah,
home screen of our Switch. Like that's crazy.
it
And they're
pissed me
not the
off with
only
the
ones guilty of it.
PlayStation 5
Like the
because
PlayStation 5, like what the hell? Like,
the PlayStation 4, you could customize your theme, what music plays, the little jingles, but the
mhm.
5 is just like so streamlined and basic. I want my Kingdom Hearts theme, man. I
Yeah, that's
miss it.
definitely what I thought when I first booted it up. Like I had it on day one. And when I saw it, I was like, what? What? This is like a downgrade as far as the UI, at least. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I still don't like it to this day. And you'd think that they would have put in the changes to allow us to customize it. Like it can't be that hard to do.
Nah, I just think it's more to put their stuff on there
Yeah.
or something. I don't know. Kind of
But
like the Switch.
as far as the Switch 2 as well, I definitely agree with you too that they need to change how the online is done. If I have to put in another damn friend code, I'm gonna go nuts. Like
Yeah.
it's out of this world. Like in a modern day setting, that you can't just have a username that you can use is just completely crazy to me. I don't understand how that's even like a thing.
Or messaging or like classic invites. There's a lot to be desired with the online function.
Yeah, and there's
And
no native voice chat. Like it's crazy. No native streaming.
yeah, I'm just like do it on Discord, but it should be on the Switch. I don't know what's up with that.
Like I'm a total Switch convert and I love my Switch and it's still my preferred console over the others that I have. But
Mine's too, yeah.
to think that the PlayStation 4 and even the PlayStation 3 has more online functionality than the Switch does is really like it's kind of scary. And it makes me kind of
Yeah.
worry that they'll drop the ball on this and won't add those things. The other thing I'd like to see them add is some kind of achievement or trophy system.
Me too. A lot of people say it's tacky, but I'm like, that thing is like cool. When you get a trophy, you're like, yeah, it'll be
No, yeah, and
nice.
I see them as helpful for like a roadmap to completing a game.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know you're fully done if you've got everything.
Yeah, and they're like nice for your favorite games that you could say, hey, got all the trophies for this. And it helps with the secrets and it gives the game replay value in a sense.
Yeah, and it adds a whole nother level of community too, because there's whole communities around trophy hunting.
Hmm.
And
So you could do a lot with that.
in
And
reality,
it fits with the whole Nintendo being quirky kind of thing.
yeah,
Trophies are not quirky, but they can make it into like this whole cutesy thing in their own way. I don't
they
know.
absolutely could. For
Yeah.
sure. But I will say that my reluctance to adopt the Switch at first was completely because of the trophies. I used to be the hugest trophy hunter and was a complete like PlayStation fanboy until honestly, until I met all of you folks. Like when I started creating content and was exposed to a lot of people that were dealing with the Switch, it really opened my eyes. But before, if you had said, "Hey Jay, you're gonna play some Switch," I'd be like, "Hell no, there's no trophies." Like that's
Yeah.
how I was. So I
I'm
definitely
not
want
even
to
a
see them.
trophy hunter and I enjoy trophies.
Yeah,
So
for sure. So what do you think? Do you think that they should stick with like a Joy-Con type, or do you think they should have like a pro type controller? Like what do you think is going to happen with the controllers?
I think they should remodel the controllers a bit,
Hmm.
make it more ergonomic. I'm not sure how. I'm not
I
that's
mean,
not my profession, but
I definitely love the pro controller.
oh
Um,
yeah, that's like the best. That's the first thing I tell people to get a pro controller
yeah, it feels so
or
good. Like
something like it.
especially if you were like huge with the Wii U Pro controller, which I have right here. It seems lighter and it's kind of bulky comparatively, but this is like perfect. Like if they made this the Switch Pro controller like the default controller, just the way it is, I think I'd be happy. But they got to fix like the Joy-Con drift stuff. Somebody was saying, I want to say it was on Twitter or maybe a YouTube video I saw, that the reason there's because there's also drift problems with the PS5, and is that they literally all use the same manufacturer for that part. And I was like, that's crazy that all the video game companies are having controller issues because of this one like shitty company. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, I mean, you think it would be easy to identify the problem,
Yeah,
but
or
apparently not.
find someone else. Like if they're screwing it up so bad, be like, you know what? We're all done with you and we're going to this guy. So
Yeah,
that just
who
drives me crazy.
knows?
But
But
when do you think they'll announce it?
some people say this year. I honestly think next year they'll announce it, but it won't be available till like in like 2 years or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see what happens, but I'm pretty happy with my Switch for the time being. Got such a huge backlog of games that it could
Oh
probably keep
yeah,
me busy. Because honestly,
that
like I
is
don't know
true.
about you, but I don't really play my PlayStation 5. It just kind of sits here and gathers dust.
I took mines out for Final Fantasy 16, and that's about it.
Yeah. I think when my wife played 16, because I wasn't interested in it, I think that's probably the first time it'd been turned on in quite some time. For sure.
Yeah, so I need to step up with the PlayStation.
All right. So, with that being said, the next thing I wanted to kind of cover, and you're well known for this, is your love for the Atelier series. So, I'm
Yes.
curious, what was the first Atelier game that you personally played?
My first Atelier game was Ryza. I started with the Thaz, yes.
Really?
And ever since then, I was like, this game is just amazing. And I've in a total, I played the Mysterious trilogy, the Ryza trilogy. I'm on the Dusk trilogy, and I played Marie. So I've played a good few of them at this point.
So, like
That
me,
was
I started with the Arlen trilogy. So, Maruru, Rorona, Totori, they were my like starting point. So I had like the timed gameplay, but I definitely loved the character development in those. I thought that all the characters were so fun, and it really got me excited for what was to come. And I enjoyed the Mysterious trilogy there. I played through some of Ayesha. I didn't play like what was that one, like Lalua, or there was a couple that I missed
Alua?
out on. But then you know, having pals like you and Emily got me into Ryza, and I gave that a chance because I'd kind of moved away from the series. And I agree completely with you. Those games are a blast.
My
And
favorite is the alchemy. I just spent hours just making stuff.
for sure.
Like collecting, going back, making it, rinse and repeat. Oh, that's so fun to me.
And I actually had a pretty good time going back to some of the older games. I had actually purchased Atelier Iris on the PS2 for stream and had a really good time with that. And oh no, like my video was frozen on like this terrible. I'm like staring off into the distance. Hopefully that fixes itself. Um, but yeah, I definitely liked playing the old games, and I played Monachemia on the PSP.
Oh
Checked
my
that out a
God,
little
that is
bit.
old.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. So where do you think
I
they're going to go
would.
next?
Well, unfortunately, it's mobile gaming, but hopefully that was just like one thing, and then they're gonna move on to the next big thing. Because I don't know, when they announced that mobile game, I was just like, bruh, really? I was so sad.
Yeah, I felt kind of the same way when they announced that Persona mobile game. I got
Yeah,
all
I'm just
excited
like,
seeing the characters, and I'm like, oh god damn, it's going to be some kind of gotcha game.
not like that. It's like I don't want to play games on my phone. That's why we have a Switch. It's portable for a reason.
Exactly. The phone is like this little evil, and they're dirty. Like,
Yeah, as soon as you hear mobile game, you know it's gonna have gotcha something. In
hmm.
the past, mobile games used to be cool, but now you just know it's microtransactions everywhere. Like Atelier, I'm like, are they gonna let us synthesize once and then we got to pay for the next one or something?
Right. Yeah, it'll be
That's
like Farmville was like, oh, you can't synthesize for another 5 hours, but if you pay for crystals, you can synthesize now. and
yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna work out. It's
the,
weird because it has a lot of cool art and concepts with it.
mhm.
I'm like, what a waste on the phone.
And I'll tell you that even when, like, say, like Square, before they really got into the gotcha stuff that they put out for every single game now, um, when they did all the re-releases of the Final Fantasy games, I tried playing like Final Fantasy VI on my phone, and controlling those games on your phone is goddamn awful. Like,
Yeah,
it
not
was a waste of
recommend.
money. Unplayable.
So hopefully that's just something till we get to the next Atelier game,
So, do you think
whatever that
that
may
when
be.
that next Atelier game comes out, do you think they'll maybe revisit some of the old beloved characters, or do you think they'll have like a brand new one?
I feel like they might make a remake for Ellie because they just finished Marie. You know,
Mhm.
might as well keep going. And they might make a new one, like with a new character and adventure, because I don't really see them revisiting other ones.
Yeah. Well, I think either way, once we get past the mobile game, hopefully they'll have something fun for us for sure. So, of all the ones that you've played, what would you recommend someone that is just getting into the Atelier series now start with?
Ryza, Atelier Ryza,
So,
Ever
just
Darkness in the Secret Hideout,
good deal.
because
Yeah,
that's where I
I'd love that
started, and that's where a lot of people started. So I feel like it's a good introduction to the series.
for sure. Good deal. All right. So now we have the ultra fun lightning round. So you're gonna be ready for this one?
Hmm.
All right, where did it go? I have all these lists on my phone from all these podcasts, and it's so crazy. Okay, here we go. We got some good ones here. All right. So these are all going to be non-gaming questions. Nothing weird. Mainly like your favorite this or that. All right. So why don't we go ahead and get started? So
All right.
Mandy, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food has to be, I have a lot, but I have a lot of favorite foods. I would say soup, chicken soup.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's a
classic.
different answer. That's a good deal.
Yeah, a little bland, but I just love home style chicken soup.
Nice. All right. So what is your favorite fast food?
McDonald's. Yeah, I know. Nasty, but
I definitely love McDonald's too. So if you were to go to McDonald's right now for dinner, what would your order be?
um I like their chicken sandwich deluxe with fries,
And what would you get for a drink?
a Sprite.
Good deal. They make like the most potent Sprite too. It tastes so fresh and
For real. Like I'm just like, oh my God, it's so good.
like in the
I don't know.
summer when you go into a Mickey D's and get like an ice cold, like powerful Sprite, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what would you say is your favorite non-pet animal?
Non-pet animal. Giraffes. They're
Nice.
cool.
They definitely
Especially the
don't
baby ones. They're so cute.
they definitely don't seem like they belong on this planet.
They don't, they're so awkward. It's like they can't sleep right because of their neck, but they look like they keep, keep keeping on. And they look cool.
I definitely can respect that because mine is definitely a zebra. So we're out there on like the African savannah. So
Mhm.
who is your favorite actor?
Actor, I don't really have one. Hmm. Leonardo da Vinci. I'm not really good at,
Da
but
Vinci?
that's the
That's
only one I
awesome.
know off the top of my head.
Yeah. You mean Leonardo
I
DiCaprio?
mean, oh yeah, there.
That was
See,
awesome.
I'm not good at this.
No, that's good. That's
I'm not really a movie buff.
yeah,
I mean, Ryan Gosling, he's a favorite.
nice. All right, so related, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Um, Mulan.
Nice. That is
Hmm.
definitely a good one. Did you like the live action version?
Hell no.
You didn't
Oh,
like
heck no. Mm-mm.
it?
And no, 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 no.
Yeah, not many of them are good. So,
Yeah.
what's your favorite anime of all time?
Inuyasha. Yeah, Inuyasha.
So, you like Inuyasha? Did you watch Yasahime?
Mm-mm.
It's actually pretty good. I would definitely recommend you check it out.
All
Definitely good.
right.
They're like it's all like the children of the characters. So it's pretty neat.
I don't know. I feel like I like my original head canon. I mean, not the head canon, but like, I don't know, the children stuff. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a watch.
So what is your favorite color?
Blue.
Good deal. What shade of blue?
I like light blue or
Cool.
dark. Yeah, I like multiple shades.
All right. So what's your favorite book of all time?
Um, just looking at my bookshelf real quick. I have a lot, but the thing is, I can't. It's like games. I can't really just.
Or what's some
Man,
like book series that you enjoyed?
I enjoyed Twilight when that was a thing.
Hmm.
I know, cringy. I'm a stickler for weird romances.
The funny thing is, like, my wife was pretty into that, and I didn't mind watching the films. I didn't read the books, but I thought the films were okay.
They were good for their time. I like Looking for Alaska by John Green,
Nice. Good deal.
but yeah, I
All
need to
right, so
start reading some books.
what's your favorite TV series of all time?
See, this is how you know I like legit just play games. Um, uh, I like to watch a lot of documentaries, but that's not a show. Oh, Game of Thrones, House
Nice.
of the Dragons.
Well, that's
Pretty
cool.
cool.
So who's your favorite character from Game of Thrones?
Jon Snow.
Mine was the Viper. I was very sad when he died.
Yeah, I was very sad what they did with Jon Snow's character.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So what is your favorite band or musician?
My favorite band is My Chemical Romance.
Nice.
Musician, I have no idea. Just listen to whoever I like.
Nice. All right. So I gotta say, I gotta preface this with not someone in like our immediate circle of friends. Um, but who is your favorite YouTuber that is not in like the cold takes group of YouTubers?
Arlo and maybe Ant Dude. They do a
Nice.
lot of Nintendo stuff.
Arlo is hilarious. And
He
they've done
is.
like they've had a lot of cool guests and done like a lot of cool crossovers with people too. So always love that stuff. All right. So what's a hobby other than gaming that you enjoy that people might not know about?
I like documentaries on history.
Nice. So
That's about it.
what's your favorite time in history?
I like to watch a lot of European kings and queens.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good deal. And the last
American
one I got
history is
here,
pretty boring.
for the lightning round is how tall are you?
I am 5'3".
5'3". Good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. So there you go, folks. You just got to know Mandy Lee a little bit better. We had some good answers there and some good questions. So real quick, do you have any like cool plans for content or like collaborations that you have coming up or anything for your channel?
Well, right now I'm sick, so I'm not doing a video this week, unfortunately. But I'm just excited to see where my channel goes. I don't have any big plans as of yet, but I hope you guys subscribe to see more later on.
For sure. Yeah, guys, like I said in the beginning of the show, Mandy is definitely one of like the more chill people you can watch. If you've had like a crazy day and you want to just come home and see someone that's going to just talk about the games they love with like a good, quiet passion and just be chill, she's the person to watch. So
Oh, thanks.
definitely check that out and definitely check out her live streams. I know a lot of people won't watch like live streams of YouTubers. Hers are definitely just as entertaining and fun as her content. So definitely check that out as well.
Thank
So
you
I
very
certainly
much.
appreciate you coming on. Can you tell our viewers where they can find you on Twitter or Instagram, anywhere else?
You can find me on my Twitter at MandyleePlays, and you can find me on my YouTube at MandyleePlays, and also on my Instagram at MandyleePlays. I tend to use the same name.
Nice, keeping it nice and consistent. Well, I
Mhm.
certainly appreciate you coming on.
Thank
And
you for having me.
very good. And viewers, I certainly appreciate you tuning in. So thank you for listening. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe for both me and Mandy Lee Plays. And as always, stay creepy. All right.